coming to you a little bit later than normal, but guess what? We're here. We wanted to share with you something that's going on in the, I guess you consider it the hip hop world. And we're discussing who's beefing or who ain't beefing with 50 Cent. Seems like he's always in the news. He's always beefing with somebody, somebody. And this particular time, he's beefing. If you want to fast forward with Ti, so we're gonna break down the longest feud, the wildest and the most memorable beef in hip hop. That's what we're gonna do tonight, and of course, 50 Cent, who turns heads into cultural currency. Some people say he does that when it's time for him to drop a new movie. We're gonna find out.
Or album. Let
Or
him know.
album.
Let him know.
Yes, so that's what we're discussing this evening. We're going to take a look at some of those classic rivalries that he's had with Ja Rule in the game, and also, and then we're going to dive into the newest beef, of course, with 2026 with Ti, and we're going to also talk about that diss track that his son released, the social media warfare, family involvement as well. Okay, guys. So this is your insider look at why these views matter, and it just breaks my heart because I hate to see Black people fueling with each other because there's so much other things that they can be doing as far as positive energy and doing things to help the community instead of fueling with each other. So as a mother, I just hate to see Black men behave like this. So we're going to take a look at how this exploded and what the rap culture looks like because of them. Because just think about it. If we go back and think about Drake and what was the Drake was fueling with, what was the guy name? Baby, what was
Kendrick
it?
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. They were fueling and released diss track tapes, and so now you have Ti's family, his son, and versus 50 Cent. So that's what we're going to discuss. And like I said, it's a shame. In my personal opinion, Broker J3 may feel a little bit different, but that's how I feel. So thank you, Mr. Voice, the key, for joining us. And exactly, Injustice, Nancy Marshall, Andre Hines, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. And go ahead and let us know. Go ahead and enter your city and state and let us know where you're from. I am Dr. B, and along with my co-host, Broker J3. So that's what we're discussing this evening. And let us know how you feel about it when you got two celebrities, two artists that are feuding with each other. And of course, and they brought in their families. And so this could get ugly. Probably will get a little bit worse before it gets better. But I hope that they can resolve that beef.
All right, guys. So welcome again to GNB Live. Broker J3, of course, lovely host, Dr. B. All right, guys. While you got an opportunity, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Now, remember, guys, we're trying to hit our goal on YouTube, our subscriber goal. So if you guys can, please rush on over real quick to YouTube at Live with J and B and make sure you subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. Make sure you guys tap that screen and remember to follow our top gifters. We always like to help our top gifters grow uh, their page as well. So make sure you please follow our top gifters. Okay. So
okay, we got them coming in. So Mr. Voice the Key said, don't always think that is what it is. This is also their way of introducing their son to the rap game.
yeah.
Okay, I feel you.
Because
Okay.
Diamante making big moves right now, and
Okay.
Ti just dropped his new album. So it is kind of interesting how this playing out.
Okay.
And that new song by Ti kind of plays right into the beef that's going on.
Okay, guys, do y'all agree with Mr. Voice the Key? Do you think this is just a way for Ti to introduce his son to the rap game. Do you think? How do you feel about that? That's interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think so.
Yeah, I think so too, but I just don't want it to get out of control because I'm even going back a little bit further and I'm thinking about Tupac and Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
So I'm going back, this feuding, and it's, you don't want it to escalate to where it gets to the point, of having people killed. I don't want it to get to that point.
Well,
But T.I., and you're going to hear a little bit later on because Broker J3 is going to play you a video. He just believes in defending his family. So
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
all right, guys. So again, like, share, and subscribe on
Mhm.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, wherever on your social media, we are there. So make sure you guys shout out what state or country that you're hailing from, and please, while we're live, keep those comments rolling.
Yeah.
We love to communicate with you guys, to hear you guys input. You know why? Because it influences the algorithm.
Yes,
So
it
let's do that.
does. Yes, it
Big
does.
shout outs to everybody in Chicago, Houston, ATL, New York, Miami, Phoenix, DC. And we also have Los Angeles tuning in to the live. Keep hitting that heart button and keep sharing this episode. All right.
Okay, Ginger's from Philly. Hey, Ginger.
Hey.
How are you this evening? Yes. Okay, guys. So keep those comments coming and keep the hearts coming as well. Okay.
All right. Yo, Dr. B, we got to start with, first of all, why 50 Cent is the goat of beef. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is the goat of something, but he's the goat of beef. Look at the dynamics. It's almost like a competition industry itself. Now, guys, when we say 50 Cent is the goat of beef, think about this. Everybody has to find a way to keep themselves relevant.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
and we're talking about older rappers here. So after a couple of years, you have even younger rappers that seem to fall off the map. So 50 has actually found a way to keep himself relevant
Yeah.
over the years.
But this is the thing. 50 Cent has all these movies. So what I don't understand. He's producing all these movies. So he's always
a lot
relevant.
of people don't
understand that.
A lot of people don't know the backstory. A lot of people might watch Power and may not know that he's the brains behind it.
I may not have access to stars.
Exactly. So they may not know that he's the main person behind all of that. So, all right.
Okay, guys. So the facts are in. That's it. Okay. Beef in the hip hop goes back and decades. And I talked about even back to Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. It's just been dated, and you hate to see black men behave like this. But 50 Cent turned it into content currency.
Yes.
So sometimes I hate to say it, and just like the comments, Mr. Boy said, the comments said, you're introducing them to the rap game, and then people want to go out and guess what? Buy the lyrics, buy that diss track, because people want to hear and they want to be a part. I guess they want to be a part of the beef. I'm not sure how they actually see it. Okay, guys, from the tracks to the IG trolls, he's crafted the narratives that keep people talking. Kind of like Donald Trump, right? Let's start with the big one right out the gate, Ja Rule.
That's right.
Yes.
And if you guys remember that little piece from 50 Cent, the piggy bank, Ja tell you, man, so that was a big thing back in the day. That's with 50 Cent and Ja Rule had that big beef going. Now let's get into this history of major 50 Cent beef moments. As we just spoke about, Ja Rule being one of the big ones at the time. Yeah,
and I've actually heard something about Ja Rule. He said to this day he has not forgiven 50 Cent to this day. So people, they have these feuds and they hold on to this. So that Ja Rule feud was massive. Two of the biggest MCs in the early 2000s going at it publicly for years. It even involved business setbacks and empty seats at shows. So in their pockets.
That's right, Dot B. And think about the game, falling out from G Unit power struggles. We saw loyalty turn into rivalry. And remember Fat Joe, there was a real world effect with Forever Deals when 50 Cent feud energy spilled into those negotiations.
Guys, so let's think about it. this is what happens when people are fueling, that's what happens. So we're going to talk about the hip hop veterans. Let's talk about what's
Yeah.
going on with the veterans. Somebody mentioned P. Diddy and
Yeah.
50 Cent. You are correct, and we're
Yeah.
going to get to that a little bit long. Now, what about Prince and Michael Jackson? I never heard about that.
Yeah, I have heard back in the day. Back in the day, yeah,
No
but
way.
but you know what? Those were two different artists, and they did have a little beef against each other, but but that kind of beef back then wasn't like what the rappers was doing back in the day. I think Michael and Prince, that was more on a competitive entertainer kind of situation, because Michael was the king of pop, and Prince, he was doing his thing as well.
See, this is the key to something like that. Both of them could be great. It's just like
Both of them were great.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is sometimes people are always trying to be better than the other person. There's nothing wrong with two people being great entertainers. One want to be better than the other.
Yeah, appreciate those gifts, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
keep
you.
those comments coming, guys. And thank you for letting me know about that beef.
We really appreciate it. And guys, y'all remember when when Ja Rule was trying to make a comeback a couple years ago, and 50 Cent had bought all of those tickets just so he'll have a bunch of empty seats for his concert.
See, that's slow down. That was slow down. That is slow.
If you guys Google that on the internet, you guys would be absolutely shocked. But you know what? Ja Rule was a trooper. He was out there performing to an empty crowd, I tell you.
Yeah, but that's probably why he has never forgiven 50 Cent. So.
That's probably why. All right, so let's get into the hip hop veterans. 50 also tangled with Jadakiss, and lyrically, me personally, 50 can't touch Jadakiss. Cameron, yeah, and Rick Ross. Now, I'll say this. Now, lyrically, I think 50 had better hits than Rick Ross, but you really can't touch the boss, because Rick Ross turned that rap thing into really a real life mogul. Because right now, Rick Ross ain't hurting for no money.
No, he's not.
At all. He really turned that rap thing into a real business mogul situation. Ross, especially because 50 kept memeing his brand and his voice over the years. We saw multiple trolling episodes online. It was just like over and over again.
So I'm starting to think, guys, are they just doing this just for recognition, for to sell those albums, or to sell out concerts? Maybe that's what they're doing it for. So guys, okay, let's not forget about the old school competitive vibes with Nas and Lil Wayne, where they took verbal shots at each other. These shots were fired over interviews and over lyrics. That's why I say when they get to arguing, they start to releasing them out, releasing those tracks. That's classic hip hop culture right there. It's becoming part of the norm.
And it's also like that super, super classic. Y'all remember back in the 90s when Ice Cube broke away from NWA? Oh my God. If you guys remember that, Ice Cube literally went in on them boys. And it was kind of amazing at the time, because if you guys, maybe not old heads like myself, you guys may not know that Ice Cube wrote a lot of the lyrics for the group. So they took a hard hit when Ice Cube walked away. And if you guys know, other than really Dr. Dre, who was the producer, of course, Eazy-E passed away, there was nobody really in NWA that could even match up to Ice Cube at all. And if it wasn't for Dr. Dre picking up Snoop a few years later, he would have just only been producing. He would have been out the rap game altogether. Yeah. So let's get into this. It's so many feuds. We already know about, as Doc B said earlier, with Biggie and Tupac, and they kind of took that beef a little bit too far. But it was a lot of inside stuff to that beef as well.
What was Rick Ross and 50 Cent beefing over?
Well, I know recently it was over Big Meech getting out. Big Meech apparently didn't like his son working with 50, and 50 was like, hey, I took your son and put him through some acting classes,
Yeah, did this and this,
gave
and
him
this
a
how you
role,
repay me. Yeah.
help him make some money so he can
Yeah.
send you money while you locked up,
Yeah.
and you get out and you talk about me, so
Okay.
it's a lot going on, because it is what it is.
Okay, guys. So
But guys,
you want to get into the sports and the celeb
yes,
crossovers? Okay, let's talk about it.
Now, this isn't just about rap. These beefs, they even deep. That drama goes deep into the sports world. Now, remember that tension with Floyd Mayweather? Him and 50 used to link up. But then things went sideways because of personal differences, and then that became a social media material too. I mean, 50 ran with it, and so did Mayweather.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about who 50 Cent ain't beefing with, because it's just like he done beef with just about everybody. Okay, guys, so beef that transcends music, goes beyond. It's cultural, it's business, it's about ego and personal branding, all colliding into one.
Exactly. And yeah, I don't know if y'all remember that Mayweather interview with the caption 50 Cent beef energy. You guys can Google that. It's something else. Now, it's funny because at the time 50 was like, all that money that Mayweather be putting out there. He ain't got it like that and all that. Then Mayweather was saying, 50 broke, 50 ain't got no money. That's why he was around me. And it's funny. It's funny when you look at that now, because at that time Mayweather actually really was Money Mayweather. Let's not take it away from that, brother. He really was Money Mayweather. Now, how he managed his money, I can't really say, especially being that he's getting ready to fight Pacquiao again later this year. Kind of makes you wonder, what's that fight all about? Does he really need the money? It kind of makes you wonder. And regardless of what people say, 50 Cent's not really hurting for any money right now.
Okay, guys, so keep those gifts coming, keep those likes, those hearts. Thank you, Cadillac Man. We appreciate you, and Lisa and Levi. And Gustavus. Hey,
Eagle Man.
Thank you guys for joining us. Keep those comments coming.
Cadillac Man.
Yeah, we're talking about who 50 Cent is not beefing with. And right now we're going back, and we're going over all of the people that he's had some type of beef with. And then we're going to fast forward in a minute. We're going to get to T.I. because that's who he's beefing with presently. So, we're talking about why they're doing this. Is it doing it just for the fame, just for the ego? Is they trying to sell some more records or diss tracks, or what's going on? Why all this beef between Black people?
Yeah, and again, this new beef with T.I. Now it's actually been simmering for a couple of years until it recently erupted. Now, true enough, it could have erupted at the perfect time. Yeah, especially when 50 Cent got a new Power series that's going to be coming out soon, and T.I. just dropped his new album. Let them know. It's popping right now. It's almost like classic T.I. hitting mainstream. Making some old heads want to hit the club again. The jam is really popping. But let's talk about why that beef really blew up. Okay. 50 Cent and T.I. was rumored planning to do the verses. If some of you guys don't remember about the verses battles, the music showdown where two artists perform their hits and celebrate the legacy. T.I. said he helped organize it, but 50 acted like he forgot and never confirmed it. And then that started to spark, some tension. Okay, guys. So after that,
T.I. dropped several diss tracks, including The Right One, Lessons, and What Bully, taking sharp lyrical shots at 50 Cent, his image, his persona, and his legacy. Yeah. That's what happens. Whether it was intentional, I don't know.
But then things escalated because T.I.'s son, King Harris, and later his son, Damani, jumped into it with their own viral jabs and tracks directed at 50 Cent and his late mother. That was a personal escalation that, kind of got out of control. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, Big shout out to everybody joining us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play
Granny.
I'm gonna play a quick clip of T.I.'s response in regards to what King had did in regards to 50 Cent's mother. Now, some of you guys may not be able to see it depending on what social platform you're on. You know, we're streaming on multiple platforms. But if you are on YouTube or want to go back, that's why we say subscribe to YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. That way you'll be able to catch everything, including the extra clips that we put in. But I'm going to go ahead and play that clip now. So you guys check this clip out and listen carefully to what T.I. says, because, you know, I appreciate this brother and how real he is, because he's a real one. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't saw it, but I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys right now.
Are you enjoying seeing your sons step up to the moment? And the whole family concept.
No, I don't. I don't enjoy it. I do not. Simply because I've spent so much time
at Live with J&B
trying to get this little nigga off the ledge.
Talking about King.
Yes. And now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teachings that I've been teaching.
Got it.
I do not like this. No, I do not enjoy it.
Now, Domani kept us cool. Domani's always cool.
Guess what? What the fuck? What universe is this? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, man, listen, man. I'm a logical, reasonable man of respect, bro. And I raise my children to be men of respect, logical, reasonable, and not to be emotional. And when I see King, how he moving, it's emotional, and I know, and me too, you know what I'm saying? Me too. You know, you drag the matriarch of our household into some nonsense. So the one thing that I am proud of out of all of this is that the women and children in our family see that it's a line of men.
I see.
That's here.
Right.
Against who the fuck?
Yeah. So he's saying he's proud of his sons for defending their mom, the matriarch of the family.
Yeah.
And to me too, I agree with you, Broker J3. He said it's not about anything else. It's just defending the matriarch of the family. And that's what men are supposed to do.
Yeah. And okay, if you're trying to find us on YouTube, just search J&B Live Podcast, just like what it is. And it's still
no
gonna
space.
Yeah. Or you can just type it in the same way that you see it on whatever social media platform you're on, and it'll come up. You'll actually see us on there. And make sure you subscribe on there, because that's where all of our content is. I mean, all of our content, everything, full episodes, everything. All right, guys. So, and T.I. also said, even though he applauded his sons for stepping up for their mother, he also said that, you know, King got a little bit emotional.
Yeah,
he took it on the emotional side.
And started attacking 50 Cent's late mother, which he should not have done. That's what he's saying. He agreed with him for standing up for his mom, but he shouldn't have taken it to that next level and became so emotional that he should not have done that. Yeah. So let's be clear with that. And I can understand that 110%. How do you guys feel about that? Say so in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking. Okay, guys. So let's be honest. When family gets dragged in, I know how I am about my family. You know, sometimes, your family, you argue or whatever. But listen here, we don't let nobody from the outside come in and talk about our family. We just don't do that. That's just one thing we can do. I never forget, Broker J3. My family took a trip to a family reunion in Miami. We argued all the way to Miami. I almost had about 3 accidents. But when we got back, it's like nothing that happened. And we still going to protect the family. That's what we do. That's how we roll. And so I sympathize with T.I. I know exactly where he's coming from. So when families get dragged into it, that's when culture starts heating up outside the music. Social media, because that's all we've been seeing in the news. The different memes, different responses. That's why this year's beef felt massive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And ID, you got too many numbers there. You're right. T.I. and Tiny, actually, regardless of what you people may think, they are real ones.
Mhm.
And as ID said, Michael Vick has said T.I. was the first one to step up when he financially, was put in prison and was going through some financial time. So, and T.I. does so much for the city. You guys,
low-income housing that
you guys
now.
have no idea. It's so many entertainers, and I'm using the word entertainer because not just rappers, entertainers, actors, athletes, and so forth that's out there making these millions of dollars, and they're not doing anything for their community. They're not doing anything for where they come from.
Mhm.
T.I.'s from the West Side, Bankhead, Born Homes. You guys may not know nothing about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he still gives back to these communities. He does it every year. I mean, on a consistent basis. Even though you may move out the hood, as they may say, he still gives back to the hood.
Yeah.
So, they've been real ones for a long time.
All right, DJ Cool, thank you for your comment. He says, yes, that's something he should not have done, is disrespect the dead. That's right. You always want to respect the dead. And so he should not have blasted 50 Cent's mom. That was too far. And T.I. said it. He called it like it was. He didn't have to do that, but he called it like it was publicly and said that he should not have done that. So thank you guys for those comments. Hey, Alfred Hill.
Thank you for those gifts. Thank you so much.
Road.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, and keep those gifts coming. We appreciate you guys. Hey, Shay 51. Glad you guys are hanging out with us this evening. We do appreciate your time.
All right, so guys, again, just drop your city or state again. Where you guys hailing from?
Yeah.
We see we got Detroit done joined us, Philly done joined us, NOLA in the house, Seattle. Okay, I love Seattle. I used to have a great time back in the early 90s in Seattle. Well, actually the late 80s back in Seattle. San Diego, we see you.
Okay, now someone said Mike Tyson was like that
in
Brooklyn.
Okay. Back in the day when Mike was making some good money, Mike used to give back a lot to his community. Back then. Yes, you are so right about that. Definitely so right.
Okay. We got Sacramento in the house as well. E. Taylor 201. Thank you for joining us, and thank you guys for our top gifters. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and make sure you follow our top gifters. You guys know what we do. Yeah. And so, do you guys recall any beefs, whether it was in the music industry or the rap industry or sports industry? You guys remember any of those beefs? Okay, Kansas City in the house.
Yes.
Jamaica, Queens. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Y'all remember that beef that LL had with Big Daddy Kane?
I don't even remember that.
Oh yeah. That was a big one back in the day. Okay. That's for them old heads. Okay.
All right, guys. So let's talk about some of the live audience blocks. What are we doing now? Okay, guys. Remember, don't forget to drop your city and your state. Do that. We've got Detroit, Philly, New Orleans, Seattle, San Diego. We see all of you guys. So thank you for adding that to the comments.
Yeah, I heard about Uncle Luke running for Congress in Florida. I actually been kind of following that. He actually wanted to run for one of the Congress seat a few years back, but decided not to. But right now he is running for Congress in Florida. Much support to Uncle Luke. I am originally from Miami, Florida, so I really hope that Luke can get in there and do some big things. The same way I was hoping for Jasmine Crockett, but that's another story.
Now you guys are going to have to tell us. Everybody don't know who Uncle Luke is. Okay, come on, let us know who Uncle Luke is.
Don't stop, get it.
Okay,
pop that. Hey, okay. Throw that. Ain't gonna get to it now. Hey. Okay. It's your birthday.
I got it broken.
Y'all know what time it is. Stop playing with Luke, man.
Benjamin Clark, Michael, and Lonnie Baxter. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Hey, E. Taylor 201. Hi to you.
All right, guys.
DJ Cool said, I know who he is.
We appreciate you guys so much. You guys have have blessed the podcast this evening. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate everything that you guys do to keep JMB Live going. That'll be
Okay, guys. So
tell us what you think about today's episode.
This episode was fire because we have blacks beefing with other blacks, and that's why I wanted to discuss this topic because at the end of the day, we all say, can't we all just get along? Okay. The culture around 50 Cent isn't just about beef for the beef's sake. It's about identity. It's about competition. Everybody's so competitive. It's about legacy. And I think that's more about legacy for T.I. And of course, storytelling. They want to be able to stand up. Just think about this years from now. Each feud tells a bigger story about personal and artistic rivalry in the hip hop world.
Yeah. Now, the way I see it, beefs like T.I. and 50, they do matter. You know why they matter? Because they show how artists still use music and social media to challenge each other. It's generational. It's competition, and it's often rooted in old, unresolved tension.
Yeah.
But it's also a part of what makes hip hop alive and also viral at the same time.
Okay, guys. So go ahead and give us those final comments. Let us know what you're thinking.
Send those final gifts.
Yes, send those final gifts, those final hearts. Let us know, and we may read it on the air. Like I said, we are on, Bro J3 said, we are on several different platforms. We will try our best to do that. But we want to know how you feel about the recent beef between 50 Cent and T.I. Okay, guys. So we appreciate every single one of you. We appreciate every
thank you,
viewer.
Remy777.
Yes.
Thank you.
We appreciate all of our viewers, all of our listeners that have been holding us down. We appreciate you during this live. And also, of course, those of you who may hear this via audio. You are part of the culture right now.
Yeah. And Remy, we follow everybody that follows us. So thank you for following us. Thank you for joining the JMB Live family. Now make sure that you guys, if you haven't, we'll appreciate whatever social media platform you're on. We'll appreciate it. But make sure you guys go over to YouTube.
Yeah.
For us, that's our main platform. So go over to YouTube. You can type in JMB Live Podcast, or you can type with the @ symbol live with JNB. And that's JANDB, all one word, and we'll come up. Make sure you guys please subscribe to YouTube.
Okay, Remy, we're on every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And if you go ahead and subscribe, if we decide to do a pop-up on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, which we from time to time
we do,
then you will be notified. Now, someone mentioned some beef. Well, asked that 50 Cent have a percentage of Netflix. I am not certain how he invested and if he has a part of Netflix or not. That's something I'm not aware of.
To my understanding, 50's been concentrating on his own studio that I think he's trying to build or have built or working on out in Louisiana.
Yeah, he's got his own production studio.
And I know that's sparred off of tensions with Stars because he felt like he wasn't getting his just due from his Power Universe series. He wasn't really getting as much of that return as he felt he should have.
Yeah, and that's why he wasn't able to pay Amari Hartwick really what he was worth, is because he wasn't getting paid that much from Stars. They really, and this thing about it, if anybody has watched the series, the Power series, I love 50 Cent's Power series. I've watched every last one of them. Full Force is my favorite one with Tommy. But he's made a lot of money for Stars off of that Power series.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
All right, guys. So we do appreciate you. Every viewer, every listener, I can't say it enough. You are a part of the culture and you are part of JMB family. We appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Thank you, King Sadell.
All right,
our Empowered.
Our big leader,
Mr.
King Sadell, finally dropped in the room. He's so busy most of the time, guys. He's not always with us, But he is our, I wouldn't say founder, but he is our agency leader.
Yes,
He's the one.
appreciate you.
He's the one that helped JMB Live become what it is, and we appreciate you. Again, guys, make sure you follow King Sedale.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow Miss Empower. Remember, always follow our top gifters. We really appreciate that, guys.
And a lot of you are saying perfect vibes, but guess what, guys? The perfect vibes because of you. You are what makes us this. Your presence makes us who we are. So if you were able to vibe with us tonight, that's because of you.
Yeah, and guys, again, in regards to this beef, keep telling us what beef you want to break down next.
Mhm.
If it's something major like today's what we talked about in regards to T.I. and 50 Cent, drop those cities and those questions, and we'll keep talking about it a little deeper.
Okay, guys. Well, we appreciate you again. I am your girl, your favorite auntie, Dr. B.
And you guys know I'm your boy, your uncle. You know that guy, Roga J3.
He's singing for y'all. He's gonna do it again next time.
Hey guys, we appreciate all the love. We appreciate you guys joining us today. We know the episode wasn't as long as normal today, but we really wanted to get that beef out because right now it's really popping in the streets, and we just wanted you guys to know what was going on. So thank you so much for joining us today. And as me and Doc B always say, let's talk about it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys.